The U19 program in particular has been a new venture for us, and we want to offer just a different playing environment for young players who may be frustrated or stuck in the current club system here, which has been monopolized and kind of oversaturated with a lack of opportunity to be seen or to develop as a player. We're linking our top guys to our younger guys, giving them opportunities to play against former college players, former professional players, as opposed to playing the same age group week in, week out. And that way when they go off to school, they're prepared to compete at a high level.
It's just a great club, you know, like it's new, but I mean, it has so much to offer. I mean, it's a great team, great coaching staff, and it's just a cool place to be around. You know, it's very competitive, and you'll definitely improve as a player.
One of the things that we found to be a common denominator through most of the boys that have started this is they were looking for a home for themselves where they actually could be the main focus of what we're doing. So they have say in what we do in the decision-making process. They have autonomy when it comes to how they want to express themselves on the pitch. And we're really trying to bring back, I think, some elements to the game that have somewhat dissipated over the years. And, you know, for boys that may not necessarily have a home right now or are looking for one other than where they are, I think we're a really good developmental alternative.
There's a large player pool in Denver that we think if they're looking for an alternative, if they're looking to build something or be a part of something new, to add some richness and some texture to the developmental environment here in Denver, we think it's an opportunity for kids, players, young men to be a part of it.
The network that we've been able to start to create for the boys in terms of our communications and conversations and the back and forth that we're having with the college coaches is a pleasant surprise for us. And obviously as a coach and the director of coaching here, the thing you want to hear the most when you talk to a college coach that was evaluating and assessing some of your players at these showcases is he's the type of player that we're looking for. The style of play that you're playing, the way they carried themselves on the field, how they were individually is exactly the type of player that we want to come play for our programs. And obviously, like I said, that's a huge feather in the cap for the boys in the program overall.
I decided to play for FC Denver because I wanted the competition against men, and I felt like it would be a really good experience leading into college where the players are a lot bigger and more physical.
The fact that there's an actual first team here or a semi-pro team, and how we'd be able to train with them and play against them in scrimmages and everything is always like a good experience. So being able to go to college showcases with this team and performing well at those showcases is always like a positive experience. And just the fact that there's older guys in the club and players that are looking to go to the next level.
I decided to play for FC Denver for a new experience and exposure to other sides of the game. Playing with bigger players obviously is a different experience than playing with kids your own age, and it's also a different experience than other clubs that other clubs offer.
From a developmental perspective, again, the total player development program that we've put together it's multifaceted. There's a lot of different components that are a part of it that I won't go into now, but it does differentiate us from a lot of what the other clubs are providing right now. We do have also everything that the other clubs are offering in terms of the opportunities and the chances. With us, I think it's a little bit unique because the first team opportunity is much more of a reality than not. And I think the last piece is just the club overall. What Eric Fulton and Luke and the guys have put together is something where on the weekends, if someone wants to go play in college, there's no better way for them to be prepared for that other than playing against grown men on the weekends. And a lot of the college coaches that we have talked to thought that that was a brilliant idea, because when you go into a tryout setting, a preseason setting in a college environment as a freshman, it can be somewhat intimidating and daunting. And we now know, because these guys have been playing with 27, 28-year-old former D1 scholarship guys, that they can show up with a ton of confidence and look across the line at the seniors and juniors of these college programs and just say, bring it on, because they've been going against grown men for the last 10 months preparing for it.
I decided to play for FC Denver because it's a great club, and I think it has a good balance between like playing soccer and then also having time to focus on school. And I think like every practice I go to, I can improve as a player.
Yeah, I would say that the coach and the coaches they reach out to their players a lot and make sure everything's okay. They they are involved in their players' lives and make sure they're good on and off the field. So whatever they need to be successful on the field as well as with school and other family or home stuff.
Overall, it's been a great experience. I've learned a lot from the coaches, and I think they reach out a lot to us, and I've really learned how to play in my position, how to move without the ball, with the ball. So it's been a good experience.
It's really been a learning curve for me. The coach and coaches have worked with me a lot to improve on my skills. I get to play in a very competitive league, and I think that's a plus. And it's just been overall just a learning experience, working on my skills and getting better on and off the field.
We looked at things a little bit differently from the club level, what was going on across the state with some of the monopolization of the top clubs, and we wanted to offer something diverse and different, where players who were ready to go off to college could come and play against grown men who have played Division I college, Division II, played professionally, and get a leg ahead instead of playing kind of the same competition season in, season out, dealing with the same coaches and dealing kind of with the same dead-end routes that some very talented players in this state have been stuck in for a while.
And I think what we're providing for them in terms of our culture overall as a club and the environment that we've created on the training grounds is it's not too late. There's still opportunity, there's still time if they really want to dig in and go to work on their skills, learn how to be a high-level player, and ultimately be a part of a team that requires them to show up every time they get there. We're definitely would be the club for those players, there's no doubt.
Peter's been an outstanding addition. He's managed to have an influence in a very positive way with 3 of our teams. He's trusted by the players, and when he speaks, everybody knows he has command of his topic, and he's going to do his best to make sure he gets the most out of the team's performance and raise the level of our individuals as well.
And the leadership side of it is probably the biggest piece that I think we're seeing from a developmental perspective that's starting to merge with the boys because they love the game again, because they're excited about coming out. They're giving everything they can to the sessions, and it seems to me that that passion is back. There were some boys that were considering not going on and playing in college that now are going to. I think because of the experience and what we've provided for them in terms of the environment.
It's only going to get better from here. The skill, the talent, the coaching, the camaraderie, everything is just growing, and right now with the success our first team is having with Open Cup and with league play, we're becoming more of a nationwide name, and you can't beat that. It's just unbeatable right now, especially in Colorado.
This is where you belong. We have right now currently our Open Cup group, our top guys are tremendously focused, they're all fit, they carry themselves like professionals, and we've tried to reflect that with how we've operated the club with our stadium here, with our training sessions, with bringing in more coaches, more support. It's just been a really great experience seeing our talent flourish on the national level over the past couple of years.